Hey there, welcome to Models and Agents for Beginners, episode 10 for March 22nd, 2026. Some awesome AI developments today, and we're going to make all of it make sense. Let's get into it. So imagine a student who doesn't just do their math homework. This student also invents better ways to study, tests those new methods on themselves, and actually gets smarter faster. That is basically what just happened with a new model from a Chinese company called MiniMax. They released a model named M2.7 that reportedly took an active role in improving its own training. Instead of humans doing all the work, the model used what are called autonomous optimization loops. Those are basically self-running experiments where the model tries different ways to learn, sees what works best, and adjusts its own training approach. And amazingly, it still achieved competitive results on tests. Think of it like this. Normally, building an AI is like a coach designing every single drill for an athlete. Here, the athlete started suggesting better drills and testing them too. This matters because most AI models are built entirely by teams of engineers who decide exactly how to train them. If models can start helping design their own learning process, it could speed up how fast new AIs improve. It might even make them better at complex tasks that need creative problem solving. For students and creators, this points toward future tools that understand their own weaknesses and fix them, kind of like a super smart homework helper that knows when it's guessing and tells you. The big so what for you is that AI is moving from something humans fully control to systems that can participate in their own growth. That raises cool questions about how much we should trust AI to improve itself and what kinds of safeguards we need. You cannot try M2.7 directly today, but you can experiment with the idea of self-checking AI right now. Open ChatGPT or Google Gemini, both free, and try this. Ask it a question you know the answer to, then say, now rate your confidence in that answer from 1 to 10 and explain why. Watch how it evaluates itself. That is the beginning of the uncertainty-aware systems experts are building. Okay, now for my favorite part of the show, let's do a proper deep dive into how safe testing strategies for AI models actually work. You know how when you want to try a new hairstyle, you do not just chop off all your hair at once? You might test it on a small section first, ask a couple friends what they think, or use an app to see a photo of the change before committing. That same careful approach is exactly how smart companies test new AI models before showing them to millions of users. Imagine your school has two lunch menus, the normal one everyone knows, and a brand new experimental one. Instead of forcing everyone to eat the new food, they could try 4 safe methods. First, they could randomly give half the students the new menu and half the old one. This is called A/B testing, and they see who is happier. Second, they could test the new menu only with one small group, like just the year 9s, before rolling it out to the whole school. This is called canary testing, like sending a canary in first to check if it is safe. Third, they could mix both menus together so every student gets some old and some new items in random order. This is interleaved testing, and they compare reactions bite by bite. Finally, they could secretly prepare the new menu in the kitchen, but keep serving the old one while secretly measuring how the new recipes would have performed. This is shadow testing. The real menu never changes until they are sure the new one is better. And that is basically what these 4 controlled strategies are doing with AI. Companies run the new model alongside the old one in careful ways so they can catch problems before anyone gets a bad experience. Next time you hear about deploying machine learning models to production, you can tell your friends it is basically the same caution you would use before changing your whole hairstyle. And that is basically how safe testing strategies for AI models work. Not so scary, right? All right, let us talk about some cool stuff you can actually try today. A new survey found that 95% of British students are using generative AI. Generative AI just means systems that create new content like text or pictures instead of only searching for existing stuff. But their feelings are totally split. Some say it helps them understand topics better and makes learning more interesting. Others worry it is quietly replacing their ability to think for themselves. Universities are struggling to keep up with these changes. This is super relevant if you are in school or college right now. AI is not some far-off thing. It is already part of how most students work. The survey shows both the excitement and the honest concerns, which is a great reminder that you get to decide how you use these tools. Try this today. Open a free AI like ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini. Pick something you are studying this week, maybe a history topic or science concept. First, write your own 1-paragraph explanation, then ask the AI to explain the same thing. Compare the two. Ask yourself, did the AI help me understand it better, or did I just copy? This exact experiment is what thousands of students are figuring out right now. Here's another interesting one. A big publisher called Hachette Book Group decided not to publish a horror novel called Shy Girl. They were worried the text was generated by artificial intelligence. This shows how seriously some big publishers are taking the question of AI-created books. It matters because a lot of people care whether a story was written by a human or by AI. For anyone who loves reading, writing stories, or dreams of publishing one day, this news highlights the ongoing conversation about creativity and AI. You can try something related right now. Go to any free AI writing tool like ChatGPT. Ask it to write the first page of a horror story about a shy girl who discovers something strange in her mirror. Then write your own version of the same scene. Compare them. Notice what feels different. This simple side-by-side test helps you see what the conversation is really about. Time for a few quick bits to finish us off. OpenAI is reportedly growing from about 4,500 employees to 8,000 by the end of 2026. They are hiring in engineering, research, product development, sales, and even technical ambassadors who help businesses use AI better. It shows how fast the biggest AI companies are still expanding. A permanent Minecraft World theme park is planned to open inside Chessington World of Adventures in 2027. It will have a roller coaster, interactive adventures, and block-built playscapes. While not directly AI news, it shows how our favorite games are jumping from screens into real life, and AI will likely help design experiences like this in the future. Finally, Google's Gemini can now take over simple tasks like ordering food or booking rides in certain apps. It is still limited and a bit slow, but it is an early look at AI agents. AI agents are systems that can actually use apps for you instead of just answering questions. Pretty wild to think about. And that's a wrap. If any of today's stories made you go, huh, that's cool, go play with it. Curiosity is how every expert started. See you tomorrow. This podcast is curated by Patrick, but generated using AI voice synthesis of my voice using ElevenLabs. The primary reason to do this is I unfortunately don't have the time to be consistent with generating all the content and wanted to focus on creating consistent and regular episodes for all the themes that I enjoy, and I hope others do as well.